Now, reality can be whatever I want.
Greetings, fellow masters. The best Rin face has graced our Chaldea once again. Or maybe it would be more accurate to say the best Rin faces, as all of them are lovable in their own way. I'll be going over why you should heavily consider wishing for Space Ishtar. That is, of course, assuming Muramasa hasn't drained your courts dry already. 2023 is a year of pain for all of us. Starting off with her attacks, she is one of the most powerful when it comes to raw attack, ranking in the top 20 in the game with a whopping 1,612, and with her Avenger class and passive, that goes even higher. Her HP isn't bad either at over 13k. Her NP gain is very good with the number of hits, her arts, quick, and buster cards, with a nice 5-hit extra attack. Her star generating is a bit above okay due to her quick card having 4 hits on it. Her NP dealing 3 hits and being AoE makes it a good candidate for looping. Speaking of which, her first skill increases attack for all allies by 30%, except herself, which her own buff is 20% for 3 turns. It also applies charm debuff immunity for 3 turns. Not really sure where the charm immunity comes from, but if I had to guess, maybe Calamity Jane has something to do with it. She is quite the charmer. A very good skill at a 5-turn cooldown, buffing herself and a little extra for the team. Her second skill, though, is where things start to get exciting. It increases her own NP damage for 1 time for 3 turns. Applies invincibility for 1 hit for 3 turns. And this is the best part. It changes her NP type to any type you wish for 3 turns. Meaning, no matter which meta the game shifts towards, be it Buster, Quick, or Arts, she can always be used in it. Want to use her in a Buster team? You can. Quick, go for it. Just want regular Arts? You can do that too. I can't undervalue just how amazing this skill is, and just how much it allows her to be used with so many different teams. And with Buster in particular, with 2 future top tier support servants, it will even allow her to use Black Grail to put out astronomical damage. Oh, and this is on a 5-turn cooldown, just like her first skill. Her third skill is a 50% NP charge with an 80% chance to buff her quick, arts, and buster performance for 3 turns. So she actually has a chance to give all 3 universal buffs to herself with her skills. Though don't rely on it as it's a chance-related buff. Space Ishtar with all of this is the simplest and one of the best AoE loopers in the game, because you can use her on any card type team that is relevant for 3-turn farming. However, I would argue that even in JP, Quick is the least effective due to the low NP gain she gets back. It is still perfectly doable, but you will need higher investment to make it work comfortably. Her NP is a 3-hit AoE NP that is Arts by default, and it increases her extra attack damage by 100%, which is incredibly powerful if you pull off a Brave Chain with her. The overcharge increasing her NP damage for 3 turns by 20% and higher depending on the overcharge level definitely helps with her looping and power. She has incredibly high resistance to debuffs. She passively charges 3.5 NP per turn, which is a godsend for farming, and it helps her out significantly. Oblivion Correction increases her crit strength by 16% passively, but her being an Avenger does decrease the party's debuff resistance, except herself, by 12%, which can be a demerit in challenge quests. When it comes to her append skill, you are going to want to choose her second one to help with her farming, as her extra attack with her NP already deals significant enough damage as is. You can make quick looping 3-turn farming with her work, but it will absolutely require either a max limit broken K-scope or a K-scope with her second append skill maxed out. and 2 Scotties and a waiver. The NP gain you gain from Quick is just too low to work otherwise. Buster looping right now is impossible for her until a certain fairy and Kitsune come to our Chaldea later this year. And then not only will Buster looping be possible for her, but it will quite potentially be where she deals out the highest damage compared to all other types with a max limit broken Black Grail. Arts looping right now is her best and does not require a second Castoria to use effectively, though it does help. You can run her with a support Castoria and a Paracelsus, along with another NP charger for her, and it will work. But if you have double Castoria and Tamamo, you can bring out the max possible damage with a max limit broken Black Grail for 3-turn farming. So Arts is much more flexible. When it comes to the priority of which skill you want to level first, you want to level her 3rd skill to get her NP charge at its possible highest. The 2nd skill you would want to focus on is her 1st skill for the higher overall attack up. And lastly, her 3rd skill, because the NP damage increase is only for 1 turn, and does not have anything to do with affecting how long her NP card type lasts. If you made it this far, type Defenseless Rin along with any other comment you wish to add in the comments. Space Ishtar is an incredibly powerful servant that even outside of looping can dish out insane damage due to just how strong her attack stat is, and she can easily carry you through most of the early game. Her invincibility for 1 hit being tied to her 2nd skill is not optimal, but thankfully the card changing lasts for 3 turns, so you can actually use it in emergencies at the cost of missing out 20% NP damage. Now, this next tidbit is only for those that wish to have their Space Ishtar steamroll through every bit of challenging content in the game and 3-turn farm everything. Her damage at NP1 will just barely not be enough most of the time if you wish to farm the higher level event nodes. NP2 or 3 will be a big enough jump in power that allows her to comfortably deal with those nodes, because her damage with a Quick or Buster 3-turn farm setup requires keeping her NP at Arts for the first wave. So any enemy at 40k or more health, Ishtar will have trouble clearing at NP1 for the first wave. Again, this is only a concern for people that wish to turn Space Ishtar into their end-all be-all farmer for everything. Other than that, she is perfectly usable for 80% of farming nodes at NP1. Now, I am sure some of you are wondering, Space Ishtar or Muramasa with the 2 banners up? That is honestly up to you. Muramasa loops better outside of 3-turn farming, but deals less damage with his NP. And Space Ishtar deals far more damage with her NP and can loop better in 3-turn farming setups. When it comes to challenging content, Muramasa will deal significantly more damage with his crit setup, while Space Ishtar only has her NP and high attack. So it's up to you. Go with whoever you like more. But I would say in overall value, Space Ishtar will be better for you in the long run. When it comes to command codes you want to give to Space Ishtar, you would want to give her anything that gives her NP damage up or NP gain up to help her with looping. When it comes to CEs, K-Scope with her 2nd append skill max, or max limit broken K-Scope is her bread and butter for easier farming. Black Grail if you have a powerful enough art setup for 3-turn farming, and it's just by 3 waves. However, Golden Sumo 2 for arts looping will work. For challenge quests, Black Grail would be your best since it increases her NP damage significantly. However, any 50% starting CE plus NP gain combination will work well when it comes to arts. When it comes to quick, I can only recommend a max limit broken K-scope for farming, as it's just too tight otherwise. And for challenge quests, Black Grail as well. Buster looping is not possible for now, so I can only recommend Black Grail for challenge quests, because she can't use any synergy when it comes to crits, which Scotty and Merlin provide. That is one of her weaknesses for challenge quests, so it's better to focus on her NP damage. Space Ishtar is absolutely worth rolling for, and is worth every bit of hype she has received. But just know, if you want to steamroll most content with her, she has very expensive tastes, such as double top supports and a higher NP level. So, do I recommend rolling for her? Absolutely I do. Her being able to change her NP type gives her far too much value to make her future-proof to newer meta shifts in the future. And even beyond that, she is a significantly powerful servant outside of that. If you haven't bled your quartz dry from Muramasa already, I highly suggest rolling for her, and if you can, trying for NP2. But if you can't, NP1 is perfectly good too. So, this was the first time I did this writing a script beforehand. How did it sound? Did I do better with this? Should I do it again? Let me know in the comments. Consider leaving a like and comment, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I think my next review will be of Summer Archer Artoria. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Hey, quick little side note after I already wrote the script, but I thought I should introduce myself and, you know, what I'm about. My name is Empress Dawn, and I'm primarily a streamer, but recently I decided to do more gacha character-related reviews like FGO. I like to stream things like Honkai, Genshin, FGO, some RPGs, and side-scrolling action games. And I can be a little on the socially awkward side, but I'm just trying to do my best. So if you want to see more of me, maybe come and check out my streams if you got the time. I don't know how to end this, but thank you for your time. Okay, for real. Bye!